as of now. I think is that like yes, the light is on. This is session 11. Can you believe it? 11.
All right,
Pretty good.
This is the longest haunted house exploration ever.
It's pretty epic.
So, how
the
many
owlbear?
pages is the adventure?
It's like 3.
It clocks in. It's digest size. I just printed out a test copy,
Okay.
and it is about 48 pages long.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh, that basement is big.
yeah.
We got to get down there.
Is
And the owlbear link is in the chat.
I don't see it.
Oh, no, it
Maybe I
didn't show up.
joined. Yeah, we may have
Didn't
joined
show
too
up.
late.
What? Okay, let me try again.
I have to admit, my wife did not come home tonight. She's in Maine with one of my sons, and so I'm responsible for the other 2.
Oh.
So I have to.
they're old enough. They're fine.
That paragraph ended better than I thought it was going to, so thank you.
I have to chase the younger one to bed in like 20 minutes, and then the older one, I hesitate to go ask him about how the homework went, but I probably should.
This is my last week of break, and then next week I go back to school.
Oh
my gosh, that's long.
I thought
They extended it so to get us over the big hump, so we wouldn't be in the middle of a surge and coming back to school.
I don't think the surge is done, sadly.
Yeah. The hilarious part is it just means we're now going to the end of May instead of the beginning of May, which sucks. But well.
All right, here we are.
All right. So we had survived an attack by haunted bowling balls last time, and I do believe I think Allard got clocked for a point or 2 of bowling ball related injury.
That's right. 1 point damage.
Banished the evil foulness that was somehow inhabiting the bowling balls. And there was almost a bonding moment between Jaspar and Allard where they'd both agreed they were going to go bowling.
Yeah, I'm still up for that.
Oh, Allard is 100% there, sore head notwithstanding.
If these are now cleansed bowling balls, let's use them.
You're going to do that? You're going to grab one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Where are you gonna put it? Let's see. Jaspar's got he's got Boris tied to him. He's got a
Boris. Yeah. Okay. So lantern, Boris on a loop on my wrist. Normally the other hand is crossbow, so I'll sling the crossbow. I assume the crossbow has a strap.
Yeah, sure.
And now I've got a bowling ball.
Okay, lantern.
Ho ho ho!
Excellent. And is Allard taking one also?
Yeah, Allard will pick up one and hands free. I think just the bowling ball in the one hand, and everything else sort of stowed. And Jasper, let us roll and see who hits the jackpot.
Sure. Well, don't we need a? Well, I guess the bocce ball is the sword. Whoever's closest to the sword wins.
Oh, where's the sword?
I threw a sword from.
Oh, yeah, no, perfect.
Into the little square.
I love it, my friend. Let us bowl like we are rich men.
Okay.
At leisure, without a care in the world. Must be nice. I wouldn't know.
In the spirit of goodness and fellowship that the lady promotes.
Crespon is looking somewhat pained. He has just banished, this foulness with the name of the lady and the pure vengeance. And these 2 fools are going to go bowling, but, the lady moves in mysterious ways.
Does anyone want to watch this great feat of sport?
So the sword you tossed to where that spot in the floor was? Is that where you tossed the sword? Okay. And it landed sort of in that square?
Yeah, and then some like giant mosquito or something dive bombed it.
Okay, got it. All right.
Anybody else want to come in and watch?
No,
There
you're
were
good.
holes in the ceiling that were kind of as if something had broken through the top of the ceiling, and little bits of debris under these holes on the floor.
It looked
It's-
less like something had broken through. That was kind of the evidence Jespar was looking for was if something had punched through from above, and
Okay.
there was a little bit of debris on the floor, but it wasn't like a section of the ceiling had been knocked out.
Oh, no. Yeah, like, and we were thinking sort of carpenter bees en français.
Oh, that's right. Somebody said that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So,
Alar and Jespar at least are going back into the previous chamber.
yeah, who goes first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Let us do it, my friend. I don't know what scissors are in French, but all right. 3.
Scissors.
Paper, scissors.
Oh,
My friend, the first roll is yours.
Okay, so I guess a dex roll to roll.
Let me
this.
hold on. You got to place your little people in there. So can you?
I did.
note, Ictrude is not in that room.
Oh, sorry. I must be looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the other owlbear thing. I apologize.
Oh my God, we have 2 owlbear things?
I got my GM view, which has all the fog of war, not revealed. So, and the figures aren't moving. They aren't updating over there. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got both those characters. I suspect this is going to be pretty great. This is one for the ages. We have 2 angry French poor people rolling bowling balls at some possibly deadly trap. This would make an amazing song. And surely, if things are broken, Ictrude will have to administer punishment of some sort.
And, yeah.
Cabri left.
In France, the game is called pétanque
Pétanque.
or boule. Yeah, like there's one part of France where it's called. When I was there when I was a kid, they called it pétanque. Yeah, all the old guys in town.
Pétanque, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so looks like Crespin's gonna take a peek in there. Ictrude and Gabri are both hanging all the way back in the bowling room. Okay, for a little, is there gonna be a little keeping company there while these guys are bowling?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Total bonding
I think
experience.
so.
Oh God. Ictrude's she's gonna start looking around the room way more than she normally does. Makes herself busy.
Ah, my lady, my lady.
This brings me back to summer days in the parks.
Ah,
in the fields.
Ictrude the Brave. I only imagine if we had come in here first and you had seen that great projectile coming at you, you could have sliced it in twain and off it spins into the corners. Ah, what a sight that would have made.
Is that a fireplace there, Jason?
Yeah, that's a.
Is there other old like ashes or something
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
can kind of like sweep out into the room to like create kind of a cloud that he's coughing in to away from him?
Stop talking. Yes. So that yes, you managed to sweep, ostensibly maybe to either allow the ash to reveal any invisible creatures in the room or
That's
et
right.
cetera. Yeah.
And she's is there anything interesting, and then push.
And I'll make a constitution roll to see if I can continue to talk through it.
Totally, you can totally do that.
I get a 7, so I feel like I'm being somewhat impaired, but it continues to be very earnest.
It's a
but
success, but
I
it's a
think-
complication.
Making my asthma.
So the
act up.
choice is you can actually continue to speak, or you can. But if you do so, you'll lose a point of Constitution. You'll take a point of damage
Oh.
to your con,
Ooh,
and you're
that's
you
a
may have plenty
real-
of con to spare, but.
That's true. That's true.
Actions have consequences.
Gabri will fight through it.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, she's gonna have to actually listen to him now.
my lady, I have this tune, this song. It has continued to run through my head ever since I read it in the library, and I'll continue to regale you with the minute details of why I think this particular tune is totally unworthy of being replicated and added to my repertoire, but at the same time, I just can't get it out of my head.
That's right.
So yes, I will attempt to unlock the treasure chest of bardic secrets to you. How is an earworm made?
Is Ictrude open to this line of conversation, or totally? Because you guys could keep company, but if Ictrude is just not having it, then no.
Well, the fact that he's like put up with the ash cloud, at least I crossed out forgiving. She's no longer forgiving, and she's focused.
Right.
But since the rest of the party is off doing
I was going to
some
say, right.
ridiculousness, she'll listen to you. Sort of like that.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. And
That's
roll.
all I need. All right. I need to roll to keep company, correct?
Yeah, and it's do you have any bonds yet with Ictrude?
I do have one bond.
So you get +1 to the roll.
Yep. A mutual bond with.
So it's up to a 7.
It's
But
not
you would need-
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can play it out or summarize, and then either you gain a bond, one of you will gain the bond with the other, but you decide who gets what. Bob, you get to decide who gets what.
So you only need a 7.
A 7 and 9 will get you,
One of
the
one.
two of you will get a bond. If you get a 10,
One going one way. I don't know. Maybe should she get one? So like she's actually you get the hook in, or do you just get one because you're head over heels for her? I don't know. You tell me, Bob. Or is this really just about you looking for a fan and you're like,
I would
made
say
another one.
I would say, Rob, it is. I would say Ictrude is standing there listening to this banal conversation and actually being somewhat annoyed and thinking we need to move on. And then she realizes he's the only one who's staying here in this room and has been focused on moving forward. At least there's that. Maybe a chink in the armor.
All right, I'll take a chink.
Hey. Oh, wait.
So that is Ictrude taking a bond with Gabri. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Got it. Jaspar, yeah, you're not in the room. You can't make any lewd comments when you're not in the room.
No kidding, bastard.
Yeah, man, we shouldn't leave these two alone. But oh well.
No, not that
I
kind
am
of
ready
show.
for the bowling.
All right,
My
let us
bowling
roll.
Okay, so Jaspar, and the goal here is to you're each trying to get your ball into that square of floor that looks like in better shape than the floor that's around it, right?
Yes, as close. Whoever's closest to the sword wins.
Are you wagering on this?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. What would you like to wager?
I think we are wagering 10 silver pieces.
10 silver pieces. How many silver pieces do I have? I have 17. Okay.
That's a lot.
We are now rich men. We bet as
one
rich
of us
men.
will be richer in a moment.
Indeed.
All right, so this is going to be, if this is a roll, it's going to be I'm going to say you could use either Dex or Wisdom.
Really?
Yeah. You can totally gauge. You can use.
Oh, right. You're trying to
gauge.
strategically place the ball.
Wisdom it is then.
All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And then whoever's got the after modifier, whoever's the higher roll will be closer. And these also count. Yeah, so we'll just start with Jaspar. Jaspar's got the first roll.
Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7.
Okay. So it's gonna, okay, so the ball rolls and it actually comes to a stop within the square, that little square area. So there's it's not too loud of noise actually. It's more of it hits the ground, goes talk, and then it gets sort of right to the near edge of that thing. So you are pretty close to the sword.
Beat that, my friend.
I think you have rolled these balls before, but no matter. All right. Let's. So the sword is on the ground. The floor is weak or blackened.
It's unclear.
It's
Nothing came out and attacked it, though, the ball.
Then nothing came out and attacked the ball. That's correct.
Okay, so I mean that was the real point, wasn't it?
The sword.
All right. So Allard is going to toss the ball in an arc with the idea that it is going to land with some force in the square, sort of a parabola to land with some force in the square. I am not actually aiming to land it exactly by the sword. I want to get as much force as I can to land.
But you also want to win the bet. You could put a little back spin on it and get close.
Oh, well, sure. If such is doable, but the goal is to try to,
and
figure it out. Like, what's it doing? Like, that's That's more of an interest than the contest.
So, but just to be clear, are you going to try to do both or just do the one thing?
I'm going to try to, that'll be a trade-off, right? Because I think if I'm trying to land it, well, yeah.
Both things will come into play depending on your role. Like if your goal is to do both those things, then both of them, however, the outcome of the roll will be related to both of them. If you're just trying to land with force, then the other thing's not a consideration and you won't win the bet.
We're going to try to land it with force.
Okay, great. And that's going to be, I'd say this from all the way over there. 10, 20, 30, I mean, that's like, I'm going to say strength or dexterity.
Okay. We'll go with dexterity as a slightly more hospitable number. No pluses, no modifiers, big
All right.
numbers, big prizes. It's a 9.
Okay, great. So yeah, it actually you fling it through the air. It goes up. It's a pretty high ceiling in here. It kind of goes up within a foot of the ceiling. Comes down on the far side of the sword with a loud chunk, and then it rolls and hits that little alcove where the windows are. Immediately after it hits the ground, there's a flurry of activity as out of all the holes in the ceiling in that area, what look like little black birds kind of drop down and kind of like, make a flurry of activity and kind of start to zip around the room. They're not near you right now, but they're kind of like, responding to that sound, obviously. Yeah. And then they're like a cloud of activity in the general vicinity of the sword. And that activity appears to be sort of widening.
I unsling my crossbow.
Okay.
Allard is slowly and softly, with the delicate grace of an elf, silently attempting to leave the room as delicately and as quickly and silently as possible, and is tapping Jaspar on the shoulder with like,
okay,
let's get the hell out of here.
I'll be last out the door with the crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, good man, covering the retreat.
So Jaspar is so Crespin and Allard make it out, and Jaspar, you're the last person there. And as you're watching, and I think so there's this dim gray light coming in the room. You got your lantern. I guess that's the thing, is you do see that they start to respond to the light of the lantern.
Ooh.
And they start to kind of like there's a little bit of this kind of coalescing action, and then they start to move in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna back out the door and close it.
Okay.
I keep going to move myself in the Zoom window.
And
I did that too.
When you close that door, you hear a thump 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 as they thump against the door from the inside. There.
Any like wet splats where they're actually killing themselves against the door?
They do not appear to be suicidal.
Okay.
Well, my friend, it seems as if our decision to not mess with this room was a solid one.
Well, who won?
Oh, my friend, you clearly won. I will pay up.
And while you guys are exchanging silver, Crespin notices under the door, there's a space about, there's a good inch of space under the door. There's like a little flutter of wings and a long needle-like proboscis is kind of like waving around, and then like a couple more are down there, kind of like trying to sort of squeeze under the door.
Ooh! Can I stomp on them?
Sure. Yeah.
Now, talk about solving a problem like a medieval peasant. That is perfect. Let's step on it.
Can I stomp on them?
Is that a roll? Is that even a roll?
I'm saying, gosh, I feel like this could go badly, but it's not like you can fail to stomp on them. So I think
it's more a question of the how thick are his shoes? I mean, are we talking cardboard soles here? Because this is not a wealthy man.
I have
these aren't
slippers.
Well shod.
I have the elf slippers on.
Slippers.
Oh, for the dead elf?
We can note
Slippers can't be good.
The doeskin slippers on Jesse's feet. Yeah, those are pretty.
Stomp.
Those not particularly thick, but these proboscis are not pointed upwards. So.
Right. They're
I
Delicate.
think, I think without any repercussions occurring, I think that's gonna be a luck roll, actually. If nothing goes, you got it. What do you got?
Minus
for
2
luck?
on luck.
-2.
I got a 5.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Crespon is going to whisper to into the open doorway to the bowling room. Ictrude, there is maybe a problem.
I got a
Fools.
7, so a 5.
Oh no.
Okay, so there's like a and you sort of pull your foot back, and there's like a smear on the ground, and you're looking down, and like on either side of that, 3 of them kind of like push through and fly up into the air. So now there's 6 of them in that general corner of the space.
Where
Okay.
Gaspar is now.
Yep.
I'm gonna back up.
Trude, yes, close the door.
The door is closed. Oh wait.
No, she's got the door open. You
Can
fools!
I get
Come in here! Get in here!
And they're definitely
stab it? Stab him. We need a tennis racket.
So they're gonna be. So that's what Jaspar says.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they are on you.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah, so they're like,
They're
black
sturges.
birds about that big.
Yeah.
We
They're-
don't use
they're
those
hummingbirds.
words in this
They're evil hummingbirds.
I have personally had the experience of trying to hit a bat in my house with
Oh,
a
yeah.
tennis racket.
Yeah,
And let me tell you,
That's
those little
not-
fuckers can. Oh,
I
sorry.
know.
excuse me. Those
That's
little
why I
bastards
called for a
can
tennis
move.
racket.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Couldn't hit
yeah.
that thing at all.
We had to-
I
tried, unfortunately.
I got one down with a broom and then put a bowl on it, and then the cat and I were like, well, now what do we do?
Yeah. I had to remove 3 of them from our wood stove over the summer.
Oh, God.
by hand, which was amazing because I got to look at them up close.
Yeah. Oh, much
that-
preferred that to the semi-dark house and having this black thing suddenly coming at you and then
Yeah.
move with like. I now get why they were agility class E in the old D&D.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
insane.
couldn't really
Yeah.
maneuver. My
Yeah.
God.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the situation Jaspar's in. As these fluttering things, there's no way you can shoot a crossbow bolt at them. So yeah, so are you trying to
I'm
like,
gonna wave my crossbow.
just trying to like fend them off?
Yeah.
All right.
Ah!
And Crispin and Allard, are you guys just retreating in the up northward?
I think we are honor bound to try to help our friend, or at least colleague.
Can you imagine how you might do that?
I'm working on imagining. Hopefully, Ictrude has actually entered the scene.
Hey, so this door that Ictrude's at,
Yeah.
Is this a solid door?
Yeah.
All right, so I can yell at Jaspar and say, "Get through this door, and I'll slam it shut." And to Allard and to Crespon as well.
Okay, so you say get through this door.
Right, and she's willing to put herself in the way of these
Okay.
horrible creatures.
So the first thing that has to happen
These
is
annoying
if
creatures.
Jaspar can fend these things off, he'll get through the door. Everybody will get through the door if Jaspar can just fend them off. And even if he fails to fend them off, he may still get through the door, but that's what he's got to do. And to do that, Dean, I mean, that's like you're just doing it fast. That's dexterity.
Okay.
That's not good.
Oh my God, is it an actual like this? Because that would be wonderful.
Well, he's got the lantern in one hand.
Lantern. Boris.
Boris is going nuts. Boris is
Boris-
going, yeah.
Let's
he's
see
like-
your first good roll here, Jaspar.
Can we aid? Can either Crespon or
If you
Allard?
can convincingly
Damn
tell
it.
me how you might be aiding. That's the only requirement for aid. It's got to somehow be a believable assist.
I'm going to imagine that Crespon and Allard will be able to get through the door first because they're not there. And Allard will reach out and try to grab Jaspar from behind and like assist and pull him out.
Great. So Dean, you get another +1 for that roll.
Okay, so that's an 8 total.
Total of 8. Yeah. Okay. So you're fending that off. So the trade-off here is you actually managed to do it. Like a couple times they're like landing on you and they're like they're just about to get ready, and then you manage to wave them off.
Ah,
Alar grabs you. Trude opens the door. You're hauled through, and when you do that, as you do that, you slam your bullseye lantern against the jamb of the door, and the top kind of cracks open, and the oil spills out all across the door and the floor right there.
Okay.
And I think with an 8, I'm going to say it extinguishes the light in your lantern, right? So the oil kind of engulfs the flame.
Yeah.
Extinguishes the lantern, and now the oil that was in your lantern is all over the door jamb and the floor. You're in the room, the door's shut, you slip on the oil and hit the ground. Boris is going bonkers.
Okay.
But you managed to fend them off.
And I slam the door shut such that they don't follow us in for the most part.
That's right. So everybody's now in the bowling room. The door's shut, and Dean, you have to mark a use of oil.
Okay.
And the lantern is out. So then, what did Allard do with the ever? I guess he was carrying the.
It's in the pack.
Oh, it's in the pack.
Everblasting.
Okay, so it's pitch dark in here except for the dim light coming in that one window.
Coming in the
Right,
window.
Jason. There's pitch black and the silence, and everyone's just sort of breathing heavily, and then just nervously you hear, pardon me.
Oh, is that a callback to that horrible song about Jaspar?
It's this new number.
New song he's working on.
It's a sea shanty.
Unfortunately, the oil like splattered around and all the dust in the air. Like I think we're all like a little ghosty now. And Crispin is coughing and saying, "What were you two up to in here?"
It was just bowling.
No, in here, this is disgusting. It was it's filled with
Right there's
ash or
grass,
something.
Right.
I was
Ugh.
exploring.
It's kind of a mess.
Can somebody get me a light so I can repair the?
Is that what you're calling it these days?
Hey-o.
You've been hanging around Jaspar far too much.
Can someone light a torch or something so I can repair the lantern?
Allard will get the
or a
ever burning candle out
Yeah, I have a candle I can light.
and
Okay.
lumiere and a green hollow sepulchral light covers the surroundings. And of course, Allard has to hold it under his face, so it's like
As
Super
spooky as
spooky.
possible, yes.
So can I do some repairs on the lantern?
Sure. Yeah.
Get it back together.
Yep.
To piece it back together.
How long will that take? We're going to continue here.
I'm gonna say. I think it's a luck roll to see how bad the lantern's damaged.
Okay. Anybody else want to do?
Oh
the
no,
luck
man!
roll?
No, it's you. It's you. It's your lantern. No one can take that hit for you.
That's a 6, so a 4.
Oh, that lantern is
Yeah,
broken.
no, but it's held by a little handle with the lid, right? So that
Yeah.
top is broken off now. Where if you hold it, it'll hang sideways, and the oil will flood the lamp, the wick. So
Okay.
you've got to actually hold it like this. to carry it out.
Yeah,
it still
okay.
works, but you can't hold it from above anymore.
Okay. Okay. So it's no longer essentially a bullseye lantern. It's a lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst things can happen to it.
Presumably, if I got back to town, I could take it into a tinker. And
Oh yeah. It's definitely fixable, just not with what you have on you.
Okay.
Well, my friend, you won 10 silver pieces and hurt your lantern a little bit.
Well,
And yet, we have solved the mystery of that room. Very satisfying.
there's bat skeetos in there.
Yeah, bat mosquitoes. Jason, I'm gonna Trude's gonna listen at this door over here. Now that we're quiet,
Yeah.
looking at the lantern,
Yeah. Okay.
I shush the singer, the guy humming the song, and
And Trude gets down close to the door and puts her ear against it. You hear, so there's, you have to sort of, everything has, shh, quiet. you hear a couple more light thumps from the other side of the door where those death birds are kind of thumping against it, and then there's quiet, and you like strain, and you hear very, very muffled and distant, like some pseudo human animal sound,
Animals.
like a mumbling, and then like a scraping and a thumping. Totally, it doesn't remind you. It doesn't. You can't really make heads or tails of it.
Can't envision what this person might be doing.
And it's muffled enough where you feel like it might. It's not definitely not right on the other side of this door. It's like a distant sound.
All right, I look back just to kind of make sure everybody is paying attention and that this is where we're going next, right? Crossbows out, swords at the ready, spear at the ready.
Sure.
And so you're gonna hold the lantern, Jespar?
Yeah.
You're now my lantern holder.
Yeah, I can't really shoot the
Crossbow unless you set it
crossbow
down.
one-handed.
Well, Gabri, you'll have to be our crossbow.
All right.
I will
ready.
peek. I will slowly open the door and look down the hall, which you have so kindly revealed.
So your the lantern casts your shadow all the way down the length of that hall, across the railing of stairs that go down to the first floor, and then at the far end of that hall is a great set of double doors, each sort of set with an iron ring in the middle of it.
Well, we know where these go.
But we are on the second floor right now, right?
Which,
Correct.
remember, we went upstairs to his, like, I don't know, lab, and Gollum was standing here.
I think you were the only one of the party that was there.
Okay, well, the
Jespar?
guy who actually stole Boris was here, and the chair with the old guy in it was about here.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Trude's going to start quietly. She never put on the plate mail, so hopefully she can still be quiet. Will quietly walk down the hall. Does
Okay.
the mumbling sound seem to be coming from the double doors?
Let's
Or
see
could it be
here.
coming from the stairwell or one of the sides?
So I think when you open the door, the door does go. The door's
I'm
not
gonna
like on
sneak too.
oiled hinges. So the door, just so you know, the door does make like a.
Okay.
So you're trying to move quietly. When the door, so right on the other side of the door, you pause for a moment to keep listening, and then you don't hear the sound anymore.
Okay.
And then you're quietly creeping. Gabri is just behind you. That door immediately to your left is.
Oh, that's
shut.
right. There's a door right
Right
behind
there,
it.
it's
Right
shut.
there. Yeah.
The
Okay.
door to the left at the head of the stairs is actually been it's off its hinges, so that's an open space into that room, into darkness. And then the door on the right is also closed door. So that door mid hallway on the left is an open doorway.
Okay. So my Ictrude's first thought is to quietly walk all the way down the hall to the two double doors.
Okay, right here, and there's like a big blue carpet on the floor right there. So that's a little piece of furnishing that you notice in this hallway.
Does it look nicer than all the other furniture in it? Like, why does it jump out at me that there is a blue rug here?
Because most of the other floors in the whole building have been barren. And this one, this floor has a covering on it, which perhaps it's a welcome mat of some kind.
Right. A lot of the rooms have been cleared of furniture, even.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps
But
it
were
is
you-
a
were you-
welcome mat of some kind. That's just a beautiful sentence. Perhaps.
Were you taken aback? Did you pause to sort of take a look at that? Because you're like, wait, why is there a rug here?
Yeah. So Ictrude is cautious.
Okay.
And so when she gets here,
Yeah, right there.
is it still too dark to see into that open doorway?
Where's
Where's my
Jaspar?
lantern man?
Yeah, Jaspar, where are you?
I was back here, but can I sneak?
Yeah.
I'm sneaking.
You have I think move silently is one of your.
Yes, I do. I can move silently when I
Sadly-
sneak from one place to another.
Sadly, you're sneaking with the fighter.
Okay,
I
so
know.
Ictrude, right when you get to the edge of that railing, and you're like, "There's this rug here. I've never," and then you're looking at the rug, and you notice it doesn't look like. At first glance, it looks like a rug, but when you look a little closer, it's got kind of a rounded edge. It almost looks like, well, to us, it would look like almost like it was made out of foam, like insulation foam or something like that, right? It's
Mhm.
got an uneven kind of a rounded surface, and as you kind of pause to look at it, it actually kind of like flexes a little bit.
It moves on its own.
It moves on its own a little bit, and at that same moment, through the empty door, you hear a whisper.
And Jaspar's behind me now, so there's light. Can you illuminate that room a little bit?
So you're gonna sort of turn towards
can-
the room.
I can
Yeah.
hold up the light as high as I can, you know. I can't really bullseye lantern it anymore because
Oh, all right, thank you. Ictrude will hiss back to Jaspar and Gabri because he's probably close enough, and she says, "Stay off the rug."
As the light from the lantern shines into the room, like sweeps across the room, it's just like massive broken piles of broken furniture, stuff. Some of it clearly intentionally stacked on top of itself. Debris, like this room is jammed full of broken furniture. And right as the light kind of gets to the leftmost edge, you glimpse an arm, a human or humanoid arm, kind of quickly move out of the light and into the shadow, out of sight. And it was an arm. There was like a ragged shirt sleeve that you might imagine belonging to a peasant, perhaps. And you didn't get a really clear look. It's just like an arm in a sleeve, and then it was sort of yanked out of the light into the darkness.
is it here or
No, it's in the side room, the room on the left.
this room down here?
Yeah.
Ictrude's gonna snap into constable mode. She's gonna stride to that door and bark an order. She's gonna say, "Come out here! Show yourself now!"
Jaspar rolls his eyes. Well, there goes sneaking.
We're sneaking with a lantern.
Ictrude is the law.
That's right. She's gonna put down the law on this peasant.
And you're still standing outside the door. You just shout those orders.
Yeah, I come to the door. I'll come to here and say, "Reveal yourself."
Wait, a police officer at the door who isn't just barging in? That seems implausible.
You hear a
an ideal
scuttling
police
and like a shifting of furniture. Something falls. There's like a bang, and you hear like several different voices in there.
That's bad.
That's no peasant.
And there's no way to seal this. Like the door is off its hinges.
Right. And Jaspar, you notice that the rug kind of like sort of starts to creep forward towards the two of you.
Oh, jeez.
Rob, will you roll D6 for me, please?
Sure.
Allard is going to load his crossbow.
It won.
Okay.
Take it.
Allard's got a crossbow loaded. Great.
Nobody has followed Ictrude's orders to reveal themselves.
That's right. No.
They must not be from the village. The village drunks always listen to Ictrude.
I'm surprised Gabri has not identified himself when demanded to present.
What is this, my lady?
I am right here in your heart, as I've always been.
At that point, the two big double doors on the other side of the blue rug.
Oh God.
You hear there's like a and the door on the right kind of opens a little bit. Like there's like a little shove as it kind of creaks open, and then like more force is exerted, and it kind of creeps open enough for like a head to be visible, poking out, and it's gray skin drawn tight against this person's skull, sunken eyes, ragged, matted hair, strangely sharp teeth as it kind of like peers out and like kind of assesses the situation, and then steps back and pulls the door shut.
Does Boris recognize him?
No. Boris is, I mean, you've trained Boris to be quiet on hunting and expeditions and stuff. Is Boris under orders to stay quiet right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like,
But you know, if he sees the guy who kidnapped him, you know,
yeah,
there's
oh,
That might provoke a reaction.
that
Yeah.
was the guy. That was the guy. I mean, I think you recognized him. Yeah, I think Jasper.
he growls.
All right. So in this situation, Jaspar, are you our wise leader and going to give the party some semblance of order, or are we just all going to do our own shit?
Ichtrude, you're you're our glorious leader. Where you go, several hearts follow.
All right.
The guy who kidnapped Boris just peeked out of the room up there. They know we're here. The vampire lich is gonna come any second now. Maybe we should go downstairs. Just saying.
Okay. I start hustling the party down the stairs.
Ooh. Oh,
Go.
Okay.
And I'll stand at the door, make sure that these peasants in the other room don't come out with their pitchforks, and I hustle the party down the stairs.
Okay,
So
so
we
you-
can regroup.
You allow them to shuffle past and quickly descend. Okay.
Yeah, as long as they all listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Is this a great idea, boss?
Well, it was good scouting, maybe, as long as we aren't killed on the way down the stairs.
Speaking of the stairs,
Okay, I'm gonna grab all the dudes if I can here.
And then we can like hash out a plan, right?
That's never worked.
Ichtrude's all about focused action, but that was a little scary being in the hallway with perhaps
Too many things coming at us
right.
at once.
the evil rug, the goblin peasants in the room next door, the ghoul looking out the
Yeah.
lich preparing his big spell. Like
as we
that was
skip past the
dangerous.
evil rug, does it look period? Does it like seem like it blends into the surroundings? Because Lard wants to know: is this a rug that was maybe in another room? That got moved, or
Should we piss on it?
Oh,
Ah,
Ichtrude would not recommend.
does it tie the room together?
we may tie us together?
So-
Oh.
Are you guys? Can you guys see the ground floor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. As Allard moves by the rug, it sort of like is like inching ever closer to the point where when whoever's the last person past Ichtrude takes a step down the stairs, kind of watching it, and it's basically crept to the top of the edge of the stairs there.
Mm.
Kind of like, and the front edge of it has this kind of like ripply kind of searching quality to it.
Oh boy. All right.
Ookie.
Yeah. She'll hustle down the stairs. away
That
from
seems like something we should burn.
it. Okay.
Only we had
Throw some-
oil.
Throw some oil on that sucker and torch it. I've got so I have something. I have a sealed clay jar here, which I believe I got from the room with the big tub of oil that I last refilled. Actually, we could go back to that room and get oil.
To the barracks, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. It was up
The
on
barracks
the.
across the courtyard. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I just thought.
with the thought that we're going to throw it on that rug and burn it up.
Yeah,
Do we all five of us need to do that? Should some of us stay guard here, or
I could give me a
Guard?
companion.
Guard what?
like our access to the
Never
bottom of the
split the
stairs?
party. Yeah, we should all go there.
We should all go there, I think.
All right. So the plan
What would
is
we like to do though? Like, I love the Jaspar's idea of incendiaries and using that as a lever. We had 3 potential threats. We had the the rug that creeps, and we had the peasants who don't listen, and then we had the ostensible awfulness in the tower. A 3-front battle seems bad.
Yeah.
seems very bad.
So what do we want to do?
But so if we set the carpet alight, it blocks Gollum and the vampire lich from
And
coming
blocks
out of
us.
their room.
That's
we
right.
don't want to block them. We want to strike to the heart of this rot.
So you guys
Yeah,
are
want
having
to
but
this
see
we
if
can
his
conversation-
door
deal with
is
the
open.
goblins.
You guys are having this conversation at the bottom of the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not,
Lard,
hopefully
you
not
notice
with the.
as you guys are talking, the light from the lamp is going up the stairs to the very top of the stairs, and you see like another face similar to the one that was peering through the door, but different, of this kind of drawn, strange, twisted human, just at the edge of the light. So this kind of shadowy face, kind of like peering down, watching you as you talk.
Can someone put a crossbow bolt into him?
Yes. Shoot him.
Who is the other? Allard is going to say in Elvish, there is a watcher at the top of the stairs.
Mm.
Which Gabri, of course, understands.
What are you talking about?
This is the hope that Gabri understands.
Yeah, come over and just casually, just humming this tune, this earworm.
As you're humming,
turning.
the face goes just slightly closer, apparently like hearing this tune that you're humming, this very catchy tune.
Oh,
You can't shoot a fan.
oh. Rum pum pum rum pum pum rum pum 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 pum.
Sing to him and then charge him cover.
Is he singing along?
He's
Oh,
sort of trying to, like, you can see this kind of halting attempt to.
I'll have the lyre now. Ring ding ring ding ding, just gently ding ding, and sort of maybe just sort of gently beckon, like open to him. I've sort of put my crossbow to my side now. Ring ding ding ding.
Trying to sort of like draw him closer.
Ring ding 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 ding. Come, my fellow. Rum bum bum.
Okay, so that sounds like
Ooh.
negotiate roll.
Ictrude's gonna slip her manacles out of her belt.
Okay.
Maybe we could take this guy
Trude's carrying
prisoner.
bondage device.
Yep.
Is that on
Just
your,
got a
is that on
whole
your
lot more
character sheet? I did
interesting.
not see that trait.
So you want, when you want something from someone that they don't want to give up, so that you're compromising this creature's safety by drawing it down towards you, right?
Yeah.
And it is sounding like you're trying to charm them. So that would be a charisma roll.
All right, we can do that.
Hit
A
it.
9.
Got a 9.
I could bump that, right? A 10 would make it.
A
Yeah.
10 would give you success. Yeah.
Let's
I
do
can
it,
do
let's
that.
do it.
Let's do it.
Point of luck.
Yep.
Does that change your luck modifier at all?
Yep.
It does.
Oh no, sorry. It doesn't change my luck modifier.
Okay, so
Okay.
if you would be so kind as to charm us all with Gabri's humming of this tune, and I will be the creature.
There once was a land so great and gay. The name of the town was the lovely Leget. Airs are sweet, the children play. Cheer, my fellows, to cheer. Soon will Osidaveng come to bring us ruin and death for some.
So when you say
One-
Cedavang, he goes, and he sort of pauses, and he's like halfway down the steps. So you actually got him halfway down the stairs. He was totally, enchanted with your singing. And then as soon as you say Cedavang, clearly he's like caught in this like confused moment. And at this point in the light of the lantern, you see somebody who dressed in what looks like perhaps Leget, the livery of Leget, the colors of the house, and ragged, torn, threadbare clothing, looking like they have not washed in months. So dirty, blood-stained clothes, and not looking particularly human.
Okay.
Gray skin, yellowed eyes, teeth that are totally yellow and like there's gunk and weird stuff in their teeth, and you can all sort of smell it at this point too. And so there it is, halfway down the stairs, and you see that this is the the horrifying part is that its fingers are so worn that the finger bones are showing through the ends of its fingertips.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's a chronic smoker.
So I'll note this because I'm always very tuned into my audience. And what is going on?
I'm wondering if to aid you, Gabri, and to lean into my bond with you, Ictrude, she knows some of like the village dances, right? And so she, as you're doing the tune, she could start to do one of those traditional dances down at the bottom of the stairs, and offering her arm to this guy on the stairs to come down and perhaps.
Oh my gosh. Has she set aside her sword and shield?
Yes, should do that, but she's got the manacles ready to go.
Okay, so you got the manacles ready. Got it.
But perhaps, that's what she'll try.
Okay.
So I'll skip
I'm gonna
ahead
ready
and
my
instantly I'll
crossbow.
sort of change over and get him down the rest of the way. But the Baron knew not all was right. Donoviev had shared her light. The flame of faith in him burned bright. Holiness was his sword. And
yeah, he's like right down. He's like within arm's reach at this point, and he's kind of fixed on. He's totally just basically, as far as you can tell, he cannot see anybody other than Ictrude and Gabri. He's just like transported by this tune.
It's pretty much like the end of Shitty Shitty Bang Bang. I'm seeing this. So she reaches out her arm like to hook arms with this guy.
Oh my god. Wow. Ooh. Okay, Gabri, you have successfully gotten him down the stairs. What's Ictrude's intent with this?
If he'll hook arms to like do him around at the bottom of the stairs until he's sort of in the middle of our group of adventurers. And then we grab him. I throw the manacles on him.
Okay, so this is kind of the next threshold for him because a human is reaching out to touch him, right? Not aggressively at all. In fact, as in a gesture of
not like grabbing him, but offering him. So it's his decision.
Yeah.
Lean back into that.
That's going to be a charisma roll for Ictrude, and Gabri is helping because so you get the +1 for Gabri's help.
Do I get the +1 for the
Crespin
bond?
is quietly praying for this person's soul.
Sadly, Ictrude's not the greatest dancer. Her charisma is 7, so she gets a -1 to this roll.
But is there? How does the bond play into it?
Yeah. Do I get a bond +1? So it's a even roll.
So right now your charisma is 7, which is a -1 modifier, right?
Which is a -1. Yeah.
Okay. You get +1 just for Gabri helping, so you're at 0.
Okay. So I've got my 2 dice in my tray. I have not rolled.
If Gabri wants to mark a bond with you, does Gabri, you have one, right?
Yep.
If you wanted to do that, you could mark that bond and you get a +1.
I will mark that bond.
Okay. So
I am so absolutely taken by the fact that Ictrude has let down her guard and joined in this peasant dance.
She wouldn't have done it if you hadn't talked through the ashes to like sway her to liking you a little bit.
Jaspar has his crossbow trained.
So
Crespin is offering a prayer. Allard, what's Allard up to?
Allard has the everlasting candle and the crossbow at his side, but he's not aiming.
Okay.
But he is fascinated at this dude. He's really interested in what happened to this guy.
Okay.
So is the overall die modifier a +1?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here is the roll. A 6, which is a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to burn luck for that. I am going to yell at my kid for not going to bed, though.
Okay. Yeah. Go do that.
All right. Just 1 second.
We'll catch you up.
Tell him he has to make a charisma roll.
We can out-talk his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to stay awake.
Nerd. words.
I love this idea of engaging, Gabri. I think it is beautiful to, see if we can draw these souls away from the dark path and towards the light, using our art and our kindness as our means, as our tool.
Mm. For if we cannot do that, then who are we? What are we?
Kevin, did you want Crispin to actually pray, like make the move?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, and
I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
So what happens on a 7?
So you get his arm.
It just comes right off.
he's not rotting and falling apart. He definitely looks like yeah, it's hard to believe that he might still be human, but and he's far gone, but his body is still intact. You do that, you reach out your arm like that, he like grabs onto it with this look of like and he goes to kiss you.
Oh God.
So the trade-off here is like if Victrude like recoils in horror, then the plan goes south, and you can turn your cheek aside or whatever. I don't want this to be like a moment of assault by any means, but
Got
like
it.
in his like he's like all of a sudden completely taken by this human contact, and he just like well actually I should say you don't know whether he's going to kiss you or bite you. It's
Like a baby.
It's somewhere between like a baby. It's somewhere between
That's
feral,
a man with current experience
yeah,
right there.
like feral and
Ictrude's all in. She will turn her cheek.
Yeah, okay.
I'm fine with that. And if it's a bite, she's not going to be happy about it. But she has arrested many people in that village and had to put up with a lot of business.
Mostly
And so-
drunks, right?
Mostly rotten drunks. And so she can handle it. But she's going to slap those manacles on him.
okay, yeah. So you like turn your head. You're doing the part of the do-si-do. His like face hits up against you. You actually feel these hard teeth. He's not trying to bite you, but you just feel this kind of like sloppy smack against the side of your head. And boy, the smell is just like inconceivable. And then the manacles are on him.
Crespin wants to invoke.
Okay.
Would like to, Crespin will step forward, and in the name of the Lady d'Envieve, we will reclaim this soul from Le Grenouille Noir and return him to his former state.
Holy cats.
We're going to root it out, root and branch. Reclaim the
One
soul
of
for
those,
Lady
one of those palm
d'Envieve.
to the forehead. Faith
You
healing
want
moments.
save?
You are
You want to save him?
Stagger.
Absolutely.
Stagger.
I mean, this man danced to the traditional songs of Leget. There's something worth saving in there. There's still some remnant there. We
I'm gonna
drew him
say,
in with
yep.
love and rekindled some part of humanity that still struggles against the dark grasp of Le Grenouille Noir. Surely we can blow upon this little flame of humanity and encourage it to grow into the torch of humanity rekindled.
Good Lord. I
Preach.
think we're all saved at the end of this. Did you want to? Are you down favor at all?
I'm not actually, which
Oh,
is,
okay.
but the praying for it was sort of like, can I do this? Can I not do this? Was this the right thing to do? And the answer is yes. We're going to, son, be saved.
Great. Well, that is. I'm going to say that's hubris 2.
Okay. Hubris 2. All right. Hubris 2.
So it's so you're going to be rolling -2 with just based on hubris, and then whatever modifier you have. Let's see. You got your holy symbol,
Got my whole symbol.
so that takes you up to -1, and then you
And
can.
I've got now. Let's see. This favor is current level plus wisdom or charisma. Neither one of those has a plus. So current favor would be 3 for Crespin. There's the piece. And current favor. Okay. So I'm good. This is really important. I'm burning all 3.
Ooh! Wow. Okay.
This is
that
really
gives-
important. We're going to save a freaking soul here. And, obviously, I have a high confidence that we could gut this guy.
And if we don't, we can send it on its way.
That's right. But at first, we're going to give him a chance.
Okay.
All right. So
That's our
hubris
net
is
plus
-2 +1 for the holy symbol. So that's just -1 +3 is going to be this rolls at +2.
That's right.
That sounds good. Okay. In the lady's name, rejoin the fellowship of man, a wayward son. Well then, that is that looks like a 10.
Wow.
I don't even
Carry
burn
on
luck.
my wayward son.
Wow. And did you put your hand on his?
Absolutely. The healing.
Wow. The everlasting candle is out, right? You were using that?
Yes.
So that actually goes out just for a
Whoosh.
moment, right?
Yeah.
It sort of flickers, the green light goes out, it darkens. So there's for a moment, it's just the golden light of the lantern. You lay your hand on his forehead, speaking those words. Ictrude's got him. He's just in the middle of this, like just starting to like panic and freak out, and like a string of spit flies out of his mouth. You put your hand on his forehead, you say those words, and then there's like this all body like shudder quake. I guess the manacles are like that.
Yeah, rattling,
And
clanking.
you're sort of holding the hand there, right? He just continues to like freak out, and Ictrude's got a solid grasp on him, and then Ictrude, you feel his body like quivering against you, and then there's this like shudder that goes from his feet all the way up, like his whole torso through the top of his shoulders. Like you can feel it against your body as it kind of rattles through him. And then something cold sweeps past you guys to the north. The lantern flickers for a moment as this passes over it. And then the man lets out this like sob that's been building in him for months and collapses against Ictrude. So he's just completely limp in your arms, and he lets out this sob and then just completely passes out.
It's COVID. I know. It's getting all of us. Let it out, man.
I think Gabri's still got his face shield on, actually.
Yeah, right.
That's right. Oh yeah, for sure.
+1.
That's right.
How incredibly beautiful.
So he collapses.
Yeah, he's like unconscious in your arms.
But breathing.
Yes.
Right. I want to again hustle the party away from the stairs. Where can we go?
There's a bed nearby.
Oh,
That ended up well.
Maybe this door at the end of the hallway.
we can go back outside.
Yeah, let's go outside. I will pick this guy's limp body up and carry him in my arms outside, where the corpse of the moss queen, the moss witch, whatever she was, the fungal.
Oh, I like the moss witch. That's
Yeah,
a nice.
She's all. She was like basically burned up by the sun, right? No, how did
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah, so she's probably
Yeah.
like maybe
There's just like
scraps, that's
yeah,
it.
maybe there's like as there's the exterior shot of you guys piling out the door. Maybe there's like a little, maybe in the foreground against the wall, you see a little bit of that yellowish fungus.
In the shape of a person.
Allard will
Like a shadow.
tip his hat and say, "My lady," as we go by.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like we just got, Lumiere back.
Yeah. So we've got our guy out there. How bad does he look? And is there anything else in the? I guess Crespon is focused on the guy. Allard is probably looking around for threats.
Yeah, everybody's on alert.
I like that.
There's a light rain falling, so you bring him out, and there's some light coming through the clouds into the courtyard. And I think color starts to return. You can just see the faintest hint of color returning to him. He looks, I wouldn't say emaciated, but like, does not look well nourished.
Still
and-
finger bones, or has this
Oh yeah, the finger bones are will be with him for
some time?
yeah. That in fact, those are bad news. Now, it's possible that a lay on hands might reverse some of this damage
Yeah.
that's been done.
How about just a drink of water? I will get some water out of my. I don't know if I have a wineskin. Where do we carry water in?
I have burned, Crespon has burned up all of his favor,
Yeah.
and therefore will be praying to regain it.
Okay.
Because the laying on hands, I think, does require favor.
Let's see here. Lay on hands. No, it requires Constitution.
Oh, burn it.
You can burn. Oh, you right.
Yeah, but you
Grant your
heal
heals
double
equally-
your
yeah.
current favor, and
Right,
I think
right.
I want to maximize this.
Yeah.
So that will be on wisdom or charisma. Oh, they're all dire. Let's roll against charisma because that doesn't have a minus.
And you get +1 because you have your holy symbol.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Plus
And real quick, what does that look like? Everybody's kind of piled out into the courtyard. How does Crespin pray to the lady?
Our Blessed Lady of Rainfall and Vengeance, we gratefully thank you for saving one of your lost children and beg that your favor continue to, these beautiful soft rains continue to fall on the lands of Leget and represent your favor. We so humbly request.
Great.
Whatever the French for amen is.
right. Awesome.
Amen.
2d6 plus.
Oh my God, I'm a saint. That is a natural 12, my friends.
Awesome.
Wow.
Oh, there's a song coming about this.
Yeah, I think we powered up. I think we're like the opening of Neon Genesis. We're not the ending, but the beginning anyway.
I love the idea of Gabri at like level 10, just having this repertoire that is all about these people that he was in this haunted mansion with, and everybody.
And nobody
all
believes
you
they
ever
were
sing
real.
about
That's
is
right.
goddamn.
For years and years, and they say, Gabri, did that actually happen? Ah, my child, if only you knew.
All right, so Crespin gets favor equal. All your favor, it's all back.
All my favors belong to us.
Returned to you. And Ictrude tries to get some water into this guy's mouth.
The manacles are still on.
And he's
though.
just completely wiped out. There's like a little bit of a as he kind of coughs it up, and then he just lolls in your arms with his head like that. And Boris, who up until that moment was like clearly as soon as the transformation happened, now Boris is like kind of concerned about this dude.
So this is the same guy. It's not.
No, this is a different guy.
No, this is a different guy. Okay.
Yeah, not
I think,
not
right, Jay?
dissimilar in appearance, but a different guy.
But a different
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. Well, I mean, shouldn't we take him back to the village, and that's pretty much we could spend the night at home, and maybe get the lantern fixed and have a nice meal.
We could
Maybe an ale.
interrogate's probably the wrong word, but we could probably get a lot of information out of this guy and then have a real plan.
We were planning to go across to the armory to get
Get some
oil
oil.
or incendiary. We could do both those things. And with the now that the lady's favor is clearly with us, I may be able to attempt to heal this man of some of his wounds.
Did you see his reaction to Steve Devang?
Steve
Don't
Devang.
nobody say the S word. Nobody say the S word.
To you know who?
Thank you.
He wasn't
That
happy.
gives it more power. Just the Setavan, whatever. Stupid head.
This poor guy, we don't want to re-traumatize him.
Lotrizepam, Lotrimazole, whatever.
Ask your doctor.
Ask your doctor about Zika virus. That's right.
I think he'll be helpful to us.
So Jaspar is lobbying for a return to the village.
Yeah. I could see my daughter.
as we've established, it seems that the only drawback to taking more time is that Lady Lintru's condition will worsen.
That's true.
Well, what are we going to do? Sorry.
We should take this man back. We should put him in the Lady Leget's care. I know that she is not well herself, but perhaps the sight of one of her liverymen and the fact that he has been redeemed will give her some amount of strength and hope. But we should not stay. We should not tarry. We must come back as soon as we can.
Tomorrow. Well rested, fed.
My friends, there is a thing of called unity of time and place and action, and we have the initiative is ours. We could regroup, see at least what our recovered friend has to say, see his state. If his state is truly so dire that he must immediately go to the village, certainly we should do that, but we should at least hear what he has to say and consider whether we might do better striking sooner, or maybe a more considered pathway and investigate the rest of this accursed place.
Then Alad, we should bring him to your friend, the librarian. Surely that is the safest place here for him to rest.
Ooh,
We could.
Yeah, that's
we
a
could do
thought.
that is a nice thought.
As you guys are having this conversation, Ictrude, you notice some movement. Oh, sorry, Rob's away from the computer.
Oh no, they got Rob.
You guys, you turn around and Rob's gone.
Pictured is gone.
No.
And Gabri, a good thought, but maybe they are responding to us. We may not have the time we think we have.
Bob, would you roll a D100 for me?
Sure. 41.
41. Okay. Does everybody remember Robinette?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All
Did
too
you
well.
realize that? No, this is not. Don't worry. The role was completely unrelated.
Oh, thank God.
Robin,
you
ripped my heart out. My
their bodies
heart
were safely removed. But did you guys realize that Joe Biden's middle name is Robinette?
is Robinette. I actually was going to bring that up before. Yeah.
I didn't realize that until after, the first time I heard it, whatever on the news or whatever. I was like, wait, that's our ferry pilot.
Ah, sad.
And thank goodness the Hope did not die.
That's right. No, Robinette lives on. Knock on wood. I was just having Bob roll a name for this individual.
Oh, nice. And not like a crossbow bolt coming out of the darkness or a small horde of goblins.
Could have gone either way.
You know how last week you said, how do you keep NPC names straight? And I said, I just kind of remember them.
Yeah.
This week, somebody was like, let's go talk to our contact in security. What was his name again? And I was like, I should remember that.
Even the great O'Donnell.
Yeah. And then somebody had taken notes, and it was the great Emil Tesla. Because of course it was. I don't know.
Of course it was.
Rob, from Ictrude's vantage point, as you guys are talking about what to do, you notice movement in the windows on the second floor, sort of directly above this entrance where you guys are 3 windows, which are attached to a room you have not entered yet, but you see several heads peering out those windows. You see like this kind of like furtive, kind of like pushing forward, trying to peer down at you. Heads of similarly afflicted individuals. Sorry, your mic's off.
I'm going to try and hustle the party out of here because we're not safe. I start hissing at them.
But at the same time, perhaps they seek the sort of redemption that their fellow has experienced. Are they looking out, hopefully, or are they
looking out with their bows and arrows?
It's hard to read their.
It's hard
emotions.
to tell.
Hard to read hope and through a leaded glass.
Yeah, let's not tarry and find out. Let's boogie. Did you guys decide to go to the librarian or to town?
I think I would argue, Crespon suggests we go first to the armory to just stage and hold if we need to, and then we can see how badly injured this guy is.
What if we split the party
I
and
say let's go home.
we send 2 people to the armory and the other 3 people bring this guy to the librarian?
The librarian doesn't have any food. He's got a bare floor.
He has
Yes.
a bug that
He has no medical.
Can we argue about this when we're all in the
competencies.
armory? And Ichtrude, can you get those manacles off this poor son? He has now been saved by the light of the lady and no longer deserves to be imprisoned.
All right. If Crespon requests
Crespon
it,
does request.
she gets her key out. She removes the manacles.
Okay.
It was exciting to use them, though. It
Yeah,
only took
for all of us. Let me tell you,
it took 11 sessions, but I got to use the manacles.
some of us
Chekhov's
like a strong lady
manacles.
putting manacles on people.
Mentioned in the character sheet on day 1, and now finally. Oh, hey, guys, the manacles have been used. Welcome to Act 2.
Ooh,
Manacles are in the team photo. Like they were getting used
Yeah.
sooner or later.
Yeah, they're there. Chekhov's manacles for sure.
That's right.
All right, you've regrouped in the barracks. There is a large clay amphora in there full of lamp oil. There was also a lamp on the table in here. I can't remember if anybody took that before.
no, I don't think
You
so.
may have not taken it because you already had the bullseye
I
lantern.
had the lantern.
But there is it's not like a lantern, it's an oil lamp, like a kerosene style lamp.
Yeah, but that's essentially what I have now,
True.
right?
Yeah, and this one's not as prone to
So I might as well, but I might as well keep mine because that way I can get it fixed someday. But I'm gonna refill it while we're in here.
Okay.
Crespon will attempt to lay on hands this dude,
Okay.
this afflicted son of Don Viev, and see what can be done about those hands and everything else that is.
Also, does he have any empty bottles or jars or whatever that I can take some lamp oil with me?
In the room?
Yeah. Old wine bottles.
In this room.
There was that thing, isn't the armory where that wine was previously? Or no, that was the big jug of wine.
There's a big jug of oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did we leave
there-
the wine? We should have carried the wine with us.
The
It was
wine-
heavy.
The wine was upstairs,
That's right.
pretty much above where you are right now. And there's no random bottles laying around this room.
Okay.
You do have that sealed clay jar.
I do,
Yeah,
but I haven't unsealed it yet.
that's right. That's the only container, unless you guys have something. Nobody has adventuring gear, right?
No.
Yeah.
So, are we going back to town now, or we don't think the librarian probably doesn't have much food or any way to
No,
take care
I
of this
fed
guy.
him last time.
Can we
have
establish
rations.
the status of our prison of our good fallen comrade?
Our new
Because
friend.
I think that might push us in different directions. Let's try a lay on hands.
Go for it.
All right. So I'm rolling against charisma because that doesn't have a minus. Wisdom has a minus for charisma.
Okay.
And I have 3 favor currently, so that will let's see. And I'm going to burn a Constitution, which will actually drop me down, so I lose the bonus. But that's going to be worth it. Here we go. 2d6.
Add the full +3. Are you burning all your favor?
Oh, I thought that you burned the Constitution point.
Sorry, but you can also burn favor to increase your roll.
Oh, to add the roll.
But of course, then you'd have less for the healing part.
Yeah.
So that's a really good, yeah. So I guess it's a trade-off between, I'm going to say, in order to go so far as to repair this kind of external damage that's been done to him, you'd have to burn all of your favor would all be spent after the roll.
Okay. No, that makes sense, right? Because you're putting all that force into it. We're going to do that.
Oh yeah, and I'm sorry, you don't actually burn favor for the effect. It's just whatever your current.
Right.
favor
It's
is.
whatever. So what feels thematic to me would be you put the favor into really trying to get this blessing on this new convert, but then it's expended, but the healing effect wouldn't be 0 favor because I burned it all. I'm putting all the effort into this, so therefore it'd be favor based on the favor I had at the start of the action. Does that feel appropriately
Sure, yeah,
thematic?
That's great.
All right, so survey says 3 + 1 for the holy symbol, plus 3 for the favor, so that it does actually creep up to a 7.
Wait, so you
Oh.
are burning the favor for the roll?
Yeah, right. Was
Because
that not?
then, but the problem is that the way lay on hands works is the favor, your current favor is applied as the healing power.
Oh, I see.
And
So it gets.
you'd be at 0 favor.
So you need
Oh, okay. So
some
that doesn't make
favor
any
to-
sense. So then, yeah. So I wouldn't have applied. I was going for sort of the maximum effort. I thought I was burning the favor to invoke. It's not an invoke, but to try to get to the maximum healing power of
So
the.
no, you can certainly burn favor to increase your roll, but then whatever favor you have remaining is what's applied as healing to him.
Okay. I was going to. The intent was to try to get as much healing as possible. So I don't think I would have burned favor.
Yeah. So let's just take it from the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I blew the roll.
Yeah. There's no way.
Unless
that
you're
roll's
trying to
not blown.
delicately find a way
No,
to
that's-
not blow the roll.
I
Because thematically, it'd be
appreciate
great
your-
to
yeah.
heal this dude.
Well, guess what? You get to mark charisma.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice. Thank you for reminding me there.
Um,
But it also may be that some wounds of the flesh cannot be healed,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
like we've already brought this guy back from whatever
Yeah,
horrible
yeah,
affliction
yeah.
was happening, and so it may have been a bit hubristic to
Yeah.
attempt to undo all of this in one. It's been not even 10 minutes since this guy was afflicted and stumbling and dancing.
Yeah. So on a 6 or less, you mark the ability, and I make a move. And
Yep.
So I think what happens is he's on the ground, or maybe he's lying in one of these bunks that belong to one of the guards. You got him there, and you're down at his bedside, and you're doing whatever you do to try to like channel Donoviev's will through you. And there's like a convulsion, and he kind of like cries out, and a shadow passes across the doorway, and you realize that if he remains here, the Grenoir will reclaim him.
We gotta take him home.
I tell that to my comrades immediately.
We have to take him home.
That this soul
Yay!
is on the brink of being reclaimed by the evil of this place, and we must bring him close to Donoviev's chapel back in the town, and we must do it expeditiously.
Absolutely. Woo!
Well, that
Two for dinner
pushes-
tonight.
that pushes us along. All right, that's fine.
Okay, so return to village,
Return to village.
and this will be a good time to break too, because trip back to town is good for that.
Yep.
That's right.
So just so I'm picturing this, how are you guys carrying this poor fellow?
Gertrude has no problem throwing him over her shoulder
Okay.
because he's not a big dude, right? He's
No, he's quite
skin and bones,
yep,
right?
Yep. So you
Yep. She'll throw him right over her shoulder.
carry him out, and leaves. Leaves are kind of swirling in the courtyard from the wind. There's that. The rain actually lets up a little bit, and there's a break in the clouds as you guys pass out from the colonnade of withered elm trees that lead away from the manor back towards town.
Pompier porté is apparently fireman carry in French.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Don't you want to say, but from a window, like the shadowy figure watches us descend towards the town? We know that's happening somewhere. Somebody's
Yeah,
looking
for sure.
at us.
I think the last shot is from a point of view that gives like some hint that an observer is on hand to watch you retreat, your cowardly retreat.
The question is,
Cowardly?
is he mad that that we've saved this person, the steward?
We should shout something on our way out.
Footman?
No, maybe that's more hubris than even Crespon can bear at the moment.
I don't know. What about Gabri though? Gabri's maybe got a.
Oh,
Eh,
Some
fuck
parting
your
words.
mother.
Yeah. No. I think he is lost in thought. Finally, having been able to express that earworm, that he has been similarly freed of a malign influence. So
He has been similarly freed of a malign influence.
yeah, of that song that he had picked up in the library.
No longer stuck in his head.
No longer stuck in his head. Now he's focused on an ode to Crespin, the Redeemer.
Ooh, nice.
The Redeemer. I like it.
Wait, so the song that Gabby was singing as you were luring the fellow down the stairs, was that the earworm or was that a different song?
Yes, that's the earworm.
Oh
That was
my
the
God. Wow.
tune to the earworm.
Okay.
Right.
You use your own lyrics.
I used my own lyrics.
I see. Okay, got it.
But it was a simple sailor's tune. Surely
Shit.
not worthy of sort of the greatness that Gabri aspires to.
Of course.
But he couldn't expel it. Yes. But it is that song. It's that older song about Sidavang, but it offers no discernible advantage in fighting him.
Great.
Love it.
Okay, so we'll have you guys arrive back at town, and then next time we'll pick up there in case there's any business you need to attend to. Unless there's something you want to get to right now, as far as town goes. Was there anything on anybody's mind?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dean, you go.
As soon as I get back to town, I head to the tinker or the general store to get the lamp repaired.
Yeah, this town's not big enough for a general store, but there is a guy who does that stuff. Yeah.
Jasper knows a guy.
Yeah, everybody knows the guy.
The guy.
Yeah, he just
And I convince him I need this lamp working for the future of Leget. It's crucial. In fact, you should pay me for the honor of fixing this lamp. But for you, I will only pay you half of your normal rate. Because I love you.
I'm gonna let you roll to negotiate for that.
Okay.
Charm?
Charm? Charisma?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Charisma, yeah.
That is an 8.
Well, they'll do it, but only if you concede something meaningful in return.
My name is Jaspar, and this is my favorite tinker on the station.
I will tell everyone that you were directly responsible for helping with the cleansing of Leget Manor.
I don't know that that's giving anything up. I'm thinking hard currency.
Well, but the problem is the bargain
They're
was half
negotiating.
the price.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but he wants something
Maybe
else.
he owes him like rabbit pelts down the road when he's out in the woods.
He doesn't trust Jaspar enough.
If things go well, I'll never be out in the woods again.
He'll say, I give you half price of you. Bring me back a souvenir. Bring me back. Oh God, what does he ask for?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll give you one right now. I have here a letter opener encrusted with jewels.
For real?
Sure. and it's nothing then. That is what I will pay you.
That he is more than happy to not only fix you've like boing, like all of a sudden Jaspar is the most everybody always said bad things about Jaspar, but like what is up with this act of generosity, and he can't believe it. And Jaspar, anything at all, this guy is in your pocket.
Okay. Also, some empty bottles or some bottles of oil.
Yes. He'll provide you with
Okay.
whatever you can.
Can I get 2 bottles of oil?
Yeah, and the flask of oil weighs 1, and it's got 2 uses.
Okay.
So he has 2 of those. Yeah, no problem. And so Jaspar kind of is ahead of the pack as you guys get into town. He kind of has his intent on getting this lantern fixed. And as you guys grow close to the church, there's some people out moving about, and a kid runs into the church when they see you coming, and then Sister Cecile comes out, and other villagers are kind of appearing, and they see that Ictrude has this guy over her shoulder, and when people draw near, and a small crowd gathers, and then people say, "Hennepin, Hennepin," they recognize this guy who was on the staff of the manor, and so people are very excited, and people help take him off of Ictrude's hand, or maybe Ictrude is actually encouraged to kind of bring him into the church, into the temple.
Okay.
And sort of lay him down there. So you can picture the scene of this stone building, and Ictrude being followed by this. There's like kids running around. There's dogs yapping. The dogs don't come in the temple, but like there's a hubbub that's echoing in this room as he's laid actually in front of the statue of Donoviev there. In all of that commotion, the information is relayed that Crispin saved this soul, and Cecile, there's a moment where Cecile pays her respects to you for having done this clear, this act of devotion to the cause.
I am, of course, but a humble vessel for the greatness of Our Lady, and only grateful that we have been able to return Brother Hennepin to our fold.
Great. Yeah, so everybody's super excited. And Gabri, it was you who spoke to Lintrude's man-at-arms previously. Is that right?
Right.
So that's all going on, and Gabri's maybe hanging around outside the temple, and Argile gestures to you. He's outside the council house, and he kind of like gestures to you to come over to him. And he says, I'm glad to see you returned unharmed from this latest effort. The lady grows worse. I fear with each sundown, the black toad imposes more upon her.
Tell me true, how much more time do you think we have?
I know not in these matters. I am a man of the blade, but her veins have turned black, and you can see that he's like upset, and not just in a kind of loyal soldier kind of way. But he's like, it's very clear that he has feelings for Lintrude.
I understand. I take your meaning, and I know that this is of terrible import. We are close to striking at the heart of this matter, and I believe that when we return, we shall be able to make our best attempt at blotting out the monster who has brought La Grenouille Noire upon the manor, upon this village, and upon the lady. I ask you now, this may be our last time in the village before we make this attempt. Is there anything more you can do? Can you give us your arm, your blade? I know you're here serving your lady. Or is there anything else you can do for us to help us?
Are you trying to coax him to come with you?
Yeah.
Like, okay, then roll to negotiate. And you could either, I'm assuming charisma is probably your better than intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so why don't you make a charisma roll?
8 to a 9. I could make it a 10. That's what you use luck for. I'm going to do that.
All right. I was gonna say you. Go
ahead.
I was just gonna say, Bob. Instead of getting him to come with us, maybe he could give us some, like you said, a sword or chainmail. Like, it doesn't have to be him, but
Oh no,
that's
him
true,
is
that's
great. I love him. Come on, we've got an experienced swords person with us.
Yeah, well, it's your call, Bob. Whatever. yeah, if you feel like it's more, you even said like to borrow his chainmail. Either way, you've talked him into
Well,
it.
because he's well equipped.
It's true. He's got the shield. He's got. The
I could
sword.
say and sorry, what's his name again?
Argile.
Argile. I'll take him the top of his shoulder. Argile, I see your true and earnest care for the lady, and I know that in this time it is too much to ask of you that you come with us when she is in such dire need of your assistance. You keep her to the light, and you make sure with your voice and with whatever nourishing actions you can take that you keep her strong. But, and I know I ask too much, but perhaps we may have, if not your sword arm, then your sword. If not your the armor of your faith, then perhaps your armor itself. That is what you can give us, and it shall serve our purposes. It will be as if you are with us, and yet you may still serve your lady.
It is yours, my friend. All of it.
Genius.
Take what you will. And he's not wearing his stuff right now because he's just chilling at the council house. So so he goes inside and returns with a bundle with the full he's got the shield with the chainmail kind of in a bundle on top of it and the sword.
Fine stuff, I imagine.
Who will wear this armament in the name of Leget?
Who will wear this? None but Ichtrude the brave, the warrior of wheat, she who has been imbued with the strength of Donaviev. And she is the one who will strike out the heart of this vile toad.
At that moment, Ichtrude exits the church. You both turn and look, and Ichtrude exits the church with Increspans behind her and kind of comes down the steps. And he looks at her and he says, "This, I did not anticipate that the lawkeeper of such a small village would rise to the occasion such as this. They grow well and strong in these parts."
They do indeed. And with Donaviev's favor, we have with us the shield of faith and the shield of Leger. My friend, you do us a great honor with these. They shall be yours upon our return. But thank you.
May the lady watch over you.
And you as well. Give your lady our regards. And I'll turn and rejoin the group and dutifully hand over the fine arms.
Great. All right.
True's excited about that. That's great.
Yeah, so it's like a surcoat with the raven on it, chainmail, tunic, the shield, and the sword. The livery of Leger.
Well, that'll be nice for like an old school presence attack, right? So, in full Leger livery, uninjured, could you be Hennepin come again? Calling
Right.
your comrades to arms? Could you cause a stirring of loyalty, seeing, oh, that's lovely.
Kevin, not
wow.
Hennepin, the old Duke himself, who rode back originally to beat back Le Grand Noir. He returns.
In drag.
Very nice.
The helmet. It's a very
big helmet.
helmet. It's a
There's
big
no helmet, guys. There's no helmet, just to be clear.
Oh, sorry. I'll figure something out. A
I
sack.
want the
He comes with a
visuals.
sack over his head.
Now, Jason, couldn't there be a helmet though?
Maybe we get our own helmet.
All right, if you want there to be a helmet, there can be a helmet. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you made that roll, my friend. That was cool. On the way down, Allard is praising Gabri in Elvish for the song that turned the tide in bringing this guy back, and he's just impressed that how that played out without the violence that he thought was going to happen.
Great. Are you keeping company, you think?
Oh, yeah, how often does that work out? But yeah, sure, why not? If you're cool with it, Rob.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Oh, I keep trying to click on the Zoom rather than the owlbear.
And you have zero bonds right now?
No, actually,
Understood.
Allard already has one bond with Gabri.
Okay, great. You get +1.
+1. Okay, it's a 7.
Okay, so you can either get another one or give one to Gabri.
So I don't think I already have one with Allard. I will say this is the sort of praise that Gabri will absolutely take to his grave.
Oh, lovely. Well,
We
how
will
about
be-
Gabri takes a bond then with Allard? Does that feel
Absolutely.
right in the moment? Because the praise is sincere. And actually, for all of us, like, I am delighted that we went from clearly going to grab this guy and like shank a dude to, reclaiming a soul and meeting it with less than the usual murder hobo violence. So, not to say it's always going to go that way.
Very unexpected.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were going to shank him. There was going to
You
be
guys were
shank
gonna
him.
shank
Best
him.
part was
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah.
I think we're
Best
going
part
to.
was
I certainly think
I
Allard
was
was willing
hoping
to shank
for-
a dude.
Like
There-
good positioning to just where I was standing, I could just put a crossbow bolt in his ear.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to roll. You would
Right.
just-
There was a new verse to Rat Among the Mice that was going to be written.
No, I think it was a lovely little segue. And several of his colleagues were watching us, save this guy. So who knows? Maybe that might turn the tide in a good moment.
Hearts
That's
and
true.
minds. All right, great. Wrap up.
All right.
Fighter, mark XP if you solved a problem with physical prowess.
I've solved it with physical dance.
I was gonna say, like, oh my!
I mean, prowess, right?
You gotta get an XP for the do-si do. How often does that happen? Yes, you get an XP.
That is the first time I can recall dancing in D&D to.
No, I thought that was great. And also, you made that moment, I think, really shine where Ictrude actually does put down her sword and shield, right? And that she's vulnerable in the face of this horrible, echoey thing, and yet chooses to try to engage rather than punch. And I think that's beautiful.
Thieves among you, stealth or trickery?
We
Solve a
covered some.
problem with stealth or trickery?
We played some bocce.
Played some
Yeah.
bocce.
I think that's more for our alignment. I think we
Yeah.
definitely caused some chaos that did not need to be caused.
I
That
mean,
is so true. You both get XP for alignment for that.
No kidding.
Cleric, oh my god, every single session, Crispin is just like staining the faith. Crispin gets
Oh, yeah.
XP.
Now, I actually had a question for you guys. Where do I have this? Rats. I had the rules up. I was going to take a positive trait and maybe make Crespon good instead of just lawful.
Mhm.
Does that feel reasonable? What was I
Yeah,
looking-
he seems to get away from his town crier days and moves swiftly towards the faith. So yeah, I think that's cool.
He's the town crier for Donoviev these days.
And
That's right.
Donoviev is of good alignment also, so you'd be
Oh, that
more
makes
sort of
sense.
in
So I'd be
line.
bringing in what? So I think I'm going to pick up positive virtue. I'm not entirely
Cool.
sure yet, but
Great.
open to suggestions.
Awesome. And gosh, so Crispin definitely gets XP for being lawful. I mean, maintaining order by saving this soul, essentially, right? Like,
Oh yeah, no, I would say yes.
and literally, the person was like trying madly to escape from these manacles, right? And you calmed them, brought peace to them.
Yeah, my thought was that if we let this guy suffer and like he's going to get more scared and more fall away, that humanity will fall away and he'll get more and more scared. So there was like we had to hit him in that moment with the chance at redemption.
Rob, what alignment is it true?
Also good.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, totally. Help another at your personal expense. I mean, you let him slobber on you.
That's right.
that cost. And Gabri, are you neutral?
I am neutral. So I also need to do the class.
Oh yeah, right. And oh my god, for sure. I mean,
class and neutral, right?
advance your personal interests or maintain a balance.
Maintain a balance, bringing him from the dark to the light.
Yep,
I don't know.
absolutely. Yep,
Yeah.
good one. And then traits, starting with Jasper.
I boasted of the importance of the lantern.
And you were also saying that you would beat what's his name at the pétanque, right? Like,
That's right.
Yes.
yeah. So you get a point. Crespin and Allard.
Let's see, Crespon pious for sure, enthusiastic. I think
Yeah,
Crespon traded out. And Allard curious in a couple ways. One, trying to figure out that situation in the room by arcing the ball rather than and not trying to go to his advantage, which would be to win the game. Oh, by the way, Dean, you'd absolutely get the 10 silver pieces. Allard will have paid up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I marked
I
down.
already
I
marked
took
them.
10. Oh, awesome. So yeah, I mean, I think Allard did that, and the curiosity around the rug and the other stuff. I feel like that was fulfilled.
Great. Rob, focused. What are the other two?
So hopeful and cautious. So I think she's trying to hit on all of these, right? She's trying to take care of her party, moving them from room to room, trying to keep them out of trouble. And then hopeful, hopeful to get that guy to come down the stairs and dance with her. And I mean, she was not thinking that we would save him. That didn't cross her mind. But she was
She's
happy
like,
when it
I
happened.
hope I can get him down
Man.
so we can trap him.
I
and
gotta
maybe
say,
kill him.
I
No,
bit my tongue
interrogate.
so much about Ictrude and the dude.
You resisted the lewd. trait.
Yeah.
Could have ruined the moment.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, would have
And
ruined the moment.
Gabri, what are you? Two?
So I gregarious. I kept company with 2 people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and
Boy.
Argile too. You're like talking to Argile. You're
Yeah.
chatting everybody up. All right, excellent. Did you make an exciting discovery?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can cure these people.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody gets XP for that.
That is really exciting.
Did you overcome a difficult obstacle?
Yes, we
Yes.
cured a guy.
We
Yes,
felt like the party was about to wipe in front of the rug, the
Yeah, I thought that
Things in
was
the
going
hall.
south fast.
yeah. We thought we were dead.
So you get XP for that. And did you acquire some memorable booty?
We got that whole kit. The
Oh, yeah,
whole
right,
Leget
duh.
kit,
Whew, wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Actually,
including a helmet. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that just happened. To this helmet.
and not just any helmet, the helmet you talked the judge out of.
Exactly.
This is gonna be a good helmet.
Got a little raven on the.
There we go. Yes, it does. It's got a little raven, a little
Little hood
the
ornament.
hood ornament. That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
So if Ictrude's on along the same lines as everybody else, that's maybe 2 adventures from now she could hit a level 4. Does that sound like what you guys have, or did you guys all just hit level 4?
No,
No,
I'm
no.
about halfway.
Yeah,
Little
all
over
right.
halfway.
That's
Oh.
it.
Crespon is maybe a little closer, and Allard is halfway is exactly right.
Yeah, I could probably in one more adventure and I'd be very, very close.
That's great. Level
Yeah.
4, we get to pick something off the back of the sheet.
Ooh, more. So I guess a question though for us as a party is, are we gonna like Ghostbusters Ray just get him kind of thing? Or are we gonna try to like lawnmower clear the map and look for the basement and strike at the heart of its power?
We have to talk to this guy.
I was
We
just gonna
really-
say, do we actually
oh.
know there's a basement? Is that something I'm
Yeah,
just...
we know there's a basement, or at
Yeah,
least
well,
there are stairs go down.
Yeah.
We don't know
Oh,
how-
you're right. There are stairs that go
We don't
down.
know how large they are, but
Near the kitchen there were stairs. Down.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I say we go to the tower.
I mean, we don't
Really?
know
You know,
he's the,
Gabri's feeling on the matter.
we don't
Right.
really know that he's the big bad.
that's true, right?
He
We
is a
don't.
bad.
Although the
Sorry.
librarian thinks he is.
And the guy has a lot of books. We have to trust him.
Okay.
Guys with lots of books. Look at everybody. Look behind everybody's screen there. I see books behind Jason.
yeah,
I
look
see
at
books
that.
behind
They're
Dean.
all-
Where we gotta look.
Oh wait, hold on. I got my books right. Oh no, this is the wrong camera.
Oh, see.
Bob
See?
has his paranoia.
But really, are you?
Nice.
Oh man. That's nice. Dean, are you thinking that this dude might not be the big bad?
Well, I'm
For
just
reals?
no, but it just seems like he's not. He we should clear, and I'm worried that we're gonna find the worst bad or the big bad in the basement, surrounded by, I don't know, horrible vines and in a coffin somewhere or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't touched the basement, right? So it seems to me maybe we should go to the basement. I don't know. You'd also think he'd notice that we're slowly cleansing this place, and
Because even if that guy's the big bad, that may not reverse the curse, right? There may be Doctor
Oh,
Who
come on.
style.
It
There's
also
like something in the
Kill the
basement.
vampire. We end the cross or curse. Rather.
So the other thing that just metagaming up the wazoo is we could have walked in off the street at 0th level and walked right into the big bad.
That's why they call it a funnel.
In fact,
you
you did, right?
Are you describing the Capitol insurrection? Right, they just walked in off the street. They could have been in the Senate. They could,
right? But I don't know. As a designer, I'm like,
who
you should
designed
be
the
able to
Trump
do that.
administration?
But he was he introduced, you snuck in, we introduced, established him. He was like, see you soon. And had that.
Darth Vader shows up 4 minutes into New Hope.
Oh yeah, that's solid.
There we go.
Yeah, but so usually you get a glimpse and then they go poof.
Yeah, right.
So
We
you
got a
know who
glimpse.
the big bad
We
is.
had the librarian talk him up, give him a name, set the setting, fill it in for us.
But also, this is it's all based on your guys' choices and where you move, right? It's not structured like a story. It's like this is an environment that you're exploring, and you happened to go there.
Right.
So there's no control over that. I have no control over that.
Well, you do. You could have put him in the basement.
Right. I could have made him harder to get to. Absolutely. Sorry. Yes, I do have that much control, but that was a conscious decision to put him where he is. Just so you know, and I've outlined the 2 stairs. You've encountered so far 2 sets of stairs that go to a lower level. There's the one near the kitchen, and then there's in the bottom story of the tower, the room that had the big table with chairs around it. There's stairs going down.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I almost thought that there was another set, but I guess not. But I wouldn't be surprised to find another set somewhere.
Yeah.
So
no,
if I were a vampire, I would put my coffin in the basement of the medieval tower that I live in.
Yep, that sounds right.
Right.
But you'd
If I
hang
were
out
a
on the
lich-
2nd floor.
If I were a lich, I'd put it.
Your phylactery would be
my phylactery. I don't know. I'd put on the other side of the world.
But this is like an ancient French sort of curse environment where this thing happened once before and now it's happening again. So I think of Skeetavang as as like an avatar of the Black Toad, and but it's operating through him. So he may not be either one or the other. Like I'm saying, this might not be something in the monster manual.
Right. Okay.
And in fact, while this does play upon lots of tropes in D&D, don't expect. I
know.
Don't expect things to go. Don't expect the monsters or whatnot to behave the same way that they do.
I don't really expect it to be a lich. But that's the closest thing I can call it.
But I hear Rob wanting for closure. Get to the tower and
he wants to save the princess, right? He wants to
I'd
save
rather be 4th level.
Of course.
more choices.
We'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Guys, a
thanks.
delight.
I was able to make lots of drawings of my Evangelions right here.
Ooh, wow.
Hard at work.
So
Just from memory?
No, I
You're
should get
looking
it
at
up on the
some-
screen.
yeah, great. Awesome.
Wow, nice.
there's a whole kind of their children. And there's
Wait, are you about to go off about Evangelion?
yeah.
I'm going to just stop the recording.
Yeah.
Copyright
offense.
And I'll
issues.
say goodnight to you guys.
I'm happy.
Good
Okay,
night.
Bob, go.
Night, Bob.
All right.